Mute. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning in reverse order. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are logged in from, again, I will follow the same lines which I remembered, and I would love that they are remembrance to me in my life. You're all looking beautiful, gorgeous, and handsome. Please keep smiling because that makes you even better in looks. Thank you so much for coming today. It's 41st session of our global impromptu speaking, where we are empowering individuals and becoming one strong impromptu family. Thank you so much for that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I call our topics master, DTM Feta, all the way from Florida, to come up on stage, I would go to our Madam Timer. She is brave enough to take this challenge to manage more than 25 speakers today. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Anupama to acquaint us with the timing mechanism.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. This is how the timing mechanism will work. At the end of 1 minute, I will change my background to green. After 1.5 minutes, it will be changed to yellow. And at 2 minutes, it will be red. Once I show the red, you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. All the best, everyone.
Thank you so much. Please give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen.
And please pin me when you're talking so that you can have a tab on the time.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anupama. Really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, now the person who is coming up on stage, he is ever smiling. A brave soul all the way from Florida. I met him in only 2 virtual meetings, and I feel like I should be meeting him in person. I'm coming to you, DTM Feta, very soon. Prepare yourself and your teddy bear sitting next to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome DTM Feta as our topics master of today's meeting, which is 41st meeting. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for that introduction. And really, I would like to jump into it so we don't lose time. However, I just want to say one thing. I've joined Toastmasters only 3 years ago, you know. And when they said to me impromptu speaking, I said, "What's that?" I said, "Well, this is where you speak on your feet." I said, "Excuse me, you know, I speak from my mouth and my brain, you know. But today you're going to speaking sitting down, not standing up on your feet." Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The questions I have today, they're actually statements. They're proverbs, okay? And I thought I will go back to the 15th century, the 16th century, and the 17th century. And then I went there and I picked up some proverbs or some saying which were used during those days. So I will give the candidate a choice to choose either he wants something from the 15th century or the 16th or 17th or 18th century, okay? And then I will give the statement, and then you can just swim in the ocean and, you know, give us your opinion. So I'm going to start because I heard that she might be leaving for a few minutes. Toastmaster Farida. Okay. Would you please pick up your statement? Would you like it from the 15th, 16th, 17th, or 18th century?
Actually, Toastmaster Farida had to leave. She'll be back in 10 minutes if that's okay. I'm so
okay.
sorry.
Okay, fair enough. I thought she said she will leave later. Okay, then let me go to Toastmaster Sindhu. Toastmaster Sindhu, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, good. I would like to start with the young generation. That's great, you know. People show them how to do it. Now, which century would you like to go to? 15th, 16th, 17th, or 18th century?
18th.
Oh, 18th century, closer to us, isn't it? Now, this is one of the proverbs, one of the statements we used to be said those days. Half the truth is often a whole lie. Half the truth is often a whole lie. Over to you, Toastmaster Sindhu.
Good evening, DTM Feta, and all the Toastmasters and guests over here. Truth is something which comes from our mind without any preparation. But half the truth means we are modifying on the truth. That means there's some lie fixed to it. At circumstances, when we are speaking truth, We don't have to think anything. It comes as often. Like mostly, I feel that during table topic session, we don't have the time to think. We don't have, like, we are always speaking truth because we don't have any time to structure our truth or something like that, add something. And we often speak what comes to our mind. The first thing which comes to our mind is the truth. That's what I believe. Whenever you are questioned, or my experience is that when I get a lot of time, I just try to fabricate it. I just modify it so that it is apt to the situation. For example, if when I'm preparing the speech, I add always some experiences which are not mine. I just used to borrow from my friends' life and I just put in. But here, when talking in the table topic session, there is no choice or there is no chance because it comes directly from our mind. We don't have a time to think about it. That is, we don't have the time to fabricate. That's what I said. So whatever I feel that all the Toastmasters over here, when they are speaking to the topic, given topic, they are speaking the truth. That's what I have seen, and they are always speaking from the heart. That means it is pure. There is no adulteration in it. It's completely from the heart and mind. That's why we people are together. That's why we love each other. So I always believe that when we are given the time to modify, that means it will be a mixture of truth and other things, false. But when you are given second, or when you are speaking from the mind, or when there is a situation where you are asked to answer at the spot, or sorry, on the spot, you just give the truth. You will not have anything added to it. Over to you, TTM Feather. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad I selected you first because you said the most beautiful word, which is close to my heart, and that is speaking from the heart. Speaking from the heart to the heart, that's what it is. Let me go now to Toastmaster Daisy. I just picked up the names at random when I saw them on the screen. But Toastmaster Daisy, which century would you like to go to?
Would like to go to 15th century.
Oh, from far away. Listen to this. From the 15th century, it says the following. Idleness is the root of all evils. Idleness is the root of all evils. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Feta. Idleness is the root of all evil. That's very true. Nothing can be truer than that. Idleness. If you remain idle, nothing is going to happen. Life will happen, but it will not be as per you want it. It will just happen. You will be planning something, but life will be happening in some other way. If you plan, everything will happen the way you want it. And idleness is another. So many people they sit and they waste time and they think that life will just come to them. They dream about making it big, but not doing anything is not going to take them anywhere. You have to put in your efforts. You have to put in your work. You have to put in your mind into it. You have to plan it. That is what you have to do. Idleness will take you nowhere. If I am sitting simply, I'm not going to learn anything. I want to talk good. I want to talk better than what I was doing yesterday. So I have to come and face this friendly people. Then only I will learn. It's so intimidating talking in front of so many nice people, but still I come here so that I can learn something from these people. Idleness, surely it is the root of all evil. You have to get rid of that evil thing, so you will go up in your life. Over to you, Toastmaster Feta.
Thank you so much. And you are a living proof that you are against idleness by being present here and participating in this session. Now let me go to the next person I picked up here, and do please forgive me if I do not pronounce the name right. Toastmaster Anupama, did I pronounce it correct? Anupama? I saw it on email, Anupama, Toastmaster Anupama. Aha.
Yes, good evening.
There you are, I thought I was pronouncing it wrong. Good evening. Now, which century would you like to go to, Toastmaster Anupama?
Anything of your choice. I leave it to you.
Oh,
Your choice.
oh, I'm going to give you something of the 15th century. I like the 15th century. I don't know,
Fine.
maybe number 15 is my favorite. Okay, now listen to this one. Empty vessels make the most sound. Empty vessels make the most sound. Over to you.
Good evening, table topic master. Empty vessel make a lot of noise. This is a very famous saying because people who know very less try to show off and make a big, big show of whatever little they know. And knowledge is something a learned person will not show his knowledge. He will know how to talk. A person with skill will know how to talk. A person with attitude will talk. He will know how well to frame the sentence. And a person with wisdom will really think whether I should talk now or keep quiet now. So, a person who doesn't have much knowledge will just make a huge hue and cry over the little knowledge which he has. So that's why we say when there is something empty, that means it makes a lot of noise. Over to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you for throwing that wisdom, which means your vessel is absolutely full of wisdom and really we learn from it. Thank you. So let me go to Toastmaster Abdul. That's what it says on the name. Toastmaster Abdul,
Yeah.
are you there?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yeah.
there you are. There you are. Which century would you like to go to?
17th century.
17th. Oh, the first one to go there. Oh, this is a nice one. Okay, here it is. Similar to what we just heard. An idle brain is the devil's workshop. An idle brain is the devil's workshop. Over to you, Toastmaster Abdul.
Thank you, DTM Fateh, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I believe the idol's brain is a devil's mind. So, yeah, because you are saying you might be hearing a lot of news coming over internet on the news channel. People are committing suicide, and you hear a lot of celebrities are committing suicide. In one of the famous celebrity who committed suicide recently in India is Singh, Rajput. So because of the COVID situation, and it blocked all of us into inside, and we were not used to that situation. But suddenly the lockdown came in. It's unfortunate. We never know the COVID would come in the world, but we locked down suddenly, and we stopped interacting with the outside people, and that was like because we were sitting at home, and that keeps like when you have when you have your brain empty, so many things will keep coming, and you'll start thinking like a lot of options, assumptions you will make, and you'll start thinking some unnecessary things that will demotivate you. And it's empty mind which makes when your mind is empty, the devil will enter your mind, and it will start acting, and it will you won't be acting there, and devil will start make you act in a different way. When you are working, say when you are in an office, when you are talking, mingling with the friends, you all know that even if you are in tension, you will forget all those worries because your brain is not focusing on it, and you have many other things to focus, and so that automatically you will forget about those worries and tensions, and that will keep you happy and engaged. So looking at the COVID situation, I think currently the situation is becoming better, but still we are going through like not meetings with people, socializing. But this platform, Zoom or online platforms like Teams, are helping people to connect all over the world and still create innovative ideas to socialize and keep engaging, keep learning. So I conclude by saying I agree completely with idle mind is a devil's mind. Keep engaging yourself, identify how you can engage through online medium so that you keep your mind concentrated on certain set of things so that you won't get a wrong set of things into our mind. Over to DTM Fateh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And that's what they call these days the art of fake news, which is really becoming hilarious. Right, great. Let me move on to the next one. Toastmaster Bahashi. Toastmaster Bahashi.
Yeah, I'm here, yes.
Oh, great. Now, which century would you like to go to, sir?
16?
Exactly. Nobody has touched the 16th century yet. Now, you listen to this is from the 16th century. The ant crowns the work. The ant crowns the work. The ant crowns the work. Over to you, Mr. Bashi.
The ant crowns the work. Okay, now that's a bit of a challenge. What I would say is, when you look at the ants, one of my favorite pastime was when I was very young. Then I really loved the way the ant was moving, and then into the small house. So my basic hobby was put my fingers in, and then the ant obviously will be biting you, and you cry out loud, and mom keeps comes running back. But then you do it for a couple of times. What you realize is the ant doesn't give up. Okay, you eventually give up, but the ant keeps going ahead. Okay, so it has a focus, and then it keeps going, irrespective of what you do to them, irrespective of how you handle it. They don't care. Now you can apply that principle to your life as well. So if you will have a lot of focus, but then obviously in different stages you will know what to do. So you can take a small example from the behavior of that little sweet creature, where you have a focus, and then you keep going at it. You might fail once, you might fail twice. There will be a lot of people to put you down. There will be a lot of people who purposefully may not be there or may not be helping. But then you have that will, you have that goal. You keep going at it, and then eventually it will be yours. So that is one great learning that from that very small silly experience. My dad used to tell me, this is how you should look at it, what they are doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I certainly love the confidence you have and the voice which you actually have expressed your thoughts. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. At the moment, I have obviously opened the second device so that I'll have the host, because obviously I start getting internet not stable, so I just have to be careful. I'll go to now Toastmaster Habib, H-A-B-B-Y, Toastmaster Habib.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Let us go to which century, Toastmaster Habib?
18th.
18th century. All right. Let's take the 18th century. And the 18th century is just says, a little knowledge is dangerous thing. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Over to you, Thomas Mahal.
Table topic master Feta, fellow Toastmasters, good evening to you. Little knowledge is dangerous thing. It's a very famous proverb that I have been listening since childhood. That means if you know something, you should know it full. Otherwise, it is going to be dangerous. Especially these days, people are browsing net for any diseases. Whatever sickness they have, they will browse net and find medicines, and they'll start applying to themselves. That is very dangerous. Only doctor knows in which condition that medicine is applicable. But with little knowledge, these people are applying it and inviting danger into their life. Also, without knowing the full thing about something, you are not supposed to be talking about that or giving that knowledge, that incomplete knowledge to someone else. That is also dangerous. If you are not confident enough about that particular topic, you are not supposed to be telling someone about that. If you are not aware, you can tell that I don't know much about this, I'm sorry. But instead of that, just trying to be trying to show off, some people try to explain whatever they know without any evidence or scientific reason. With conclude that knowledge is very dangerous, is very true. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we are at the right place, you know, Toastmasters. As mentors, we only tell what we know. And if we don't know, we go to our mentors to learn from them. And there's no harm in saying, I don't know, I'll come back to you. That is the strength. That's not a weakness. Now, going back to, by the way, I received 1 or 2 messages from people to put me in. And for their information, I already did. But as been advised, I go according to the priority of people who've been present here. Now, I'll go to Toastmaster Ajay. Toastmaster Ajay.
Yes, good evening.
There you are. Good evening, sir. Now, what century would you like to go to, from the 15th to the 18th century?
18th.
18th century, all right. Let's go to the 18th century. It says, he that will eat the fruit must climb the tree. He that, now remember, this is obviously language of those centuries. He that will eat the fruit must climb the tree. Over to you, Toastmaster Ajay.
Thank you, DTM Fatah, for that brilliant topic. Well, in the present circumstances, I don't agree with this proverb at all. I believe that I'm a little, after staying so many months at home, I'm so comfortable, I'm not moving, I'm a couch potato, I'm enjoying Netflix and enjoying everything around me on digital, every platform, just relaxing and chilling. Everything is coming on my table. Either it's my wife doing it or someone who comes and gives me the stuff. There are delivery boys, Zomato, you know, you name it. Everything is available like this. Now, if I was to eat a fruit, I'm not going to climb the tree. I'm going to ask someone to climb the tree and get that fruit for me, at least in the present scenario. So, well, it is an old saying and times change. So I would like to change the meaning of this particular proverb, that it's not necessary for me to climb the tree to eat the fruit, because there are ways and means to definitely get that fruit without climbing the tree. And that's wisdom. I was clever yesterday because I was trying to teach the world, but I'm wiser today. So I'm changing myself. Over to you, DTM Feta.
Thank you so much for that wisdom. And I'm also in Florida fighting. It's so relaxing. Everything comes to me. I've got nothing to do, so I'm not climbing any trees at the moment. Thank you very much indeed. Now, since Toastmaster Farida is back, and it was the first name I have actually called, so over to you, Toastmaster Farida. Would you like which century, from the 15th to the 18th?
Whichever hasn't been used as yet.
Oh, no problem. I have questions in, or I have statements in every century. Select the century and I'll give.
Let me stick to Sweet 16 then.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, the 16th century, they used to say the following: all things come to those who wait. All things come to those who wait. Over to you, Toastmaster Farida.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, the topic that has been given to me is all good things come to those who wait. Patience is indeed a virtue. The newer generation is usually very impatient, and this is why they tend to yaw from their goal. They don't tend to stick to their goal because they're impatient. They try to use shortcuts, they try to go around things. But for me, this is how I've led my life. I know this, that with hard work and perseverance, if I'm patient, good things will come. I will achieve my goals in life. And this has always been true for me to a certain extent. The thing is that patience is actually, for some people, it can work otherwise. Some people are excessively laid back.
you cannot call that as a virtue. Being laid back, being callous, being careless, this is not a virtue at all. So there's a very fine line between patience and being laid back. But if you have put in the hard work, and if you have the perseverance, and you have worked things out intelligently, as TM Ajay has done for himself, and if you have the patience, the food will come from Zomato. The petrol will come from an online app. Things will get done online. So, here I'm getting this big. Yes, correct. So this is the thing. And this is how life is. But the newer generation, I'm afraid, tends to be a little more impatient. They want results faster. And in order to get the results faster, things go haywire.
Broad.
Good things will come to one and all of you, inshallah. A very good evening to everybody.
Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. And please, I think, can everybody mute his mic, because I could hear somebody talking.
Actually, in some laptops, if you press the space bar, they get unmuted automatically. Maybe Madhuri Neelam is having this problem. Miss Madhuri, can you mute yourself, please?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'll move to the next candidate, and that is Toastmaster Asta, A-S-T-H-A, Asta.
Yes, I'm here.
There you are. All right, now Asta, the new generation. Which century would you like to go to?
15th century.
The 15th century. All right. The 15th century, and your quote says, as you sow, so you reap. As you sow, so you reap. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Feta. I believe proverbs are made by very, very wise people. They have very deep truth hidden in them. So that a proverb given to me is, what you sow, you reap. I'm a deep believer of karma. Karma is a Hindi word, or rather a Sanskrit word, which means deeds. So what you do comes back to you in some way or the other is the meaning of this word karma. If you do good deeds, good will come to you, and if you do bad deeds, bad will come to you. I believe there is no one-on-one connection in it, that you do something good and that person will do something good to you. Karma doesn't work in that way. Karma means to you just give good to the world around, you do good deeds. It doesn't mean that definitely something good will happen to you, but it will make a better world around you, good vibes, positive energy, which will ultimately make this world a better place to live in. And if you think that the vibes coming to you are not good, so you too should retaliate those vibes to the other people around you. So this the karma doesn't work this way. You should definitely do good deeds and always give positive vibes in the environment, so that the world becomes a better place to live in. And ultimately, when everyone is producing those good vibes, ultimately the world will definitely become a better place to live in, and ultimately the positive vibes only come to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You helped me today to learn one new word to add. I know two, namaste and the namaskaram, and now karma. Thank you very much. Now I've got 3 words today. All right, now let's move on to Toastmaster Janani. Toastmaster Janani, am I spelling it correct?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Hi, Yao. You know, I just saw the word of the day on the chat, the word of the day, Yao. So I hope I assume it means, hey, Yao, you know, I'm using it, if that's the correct way, Yao. All right, Toastmaster Janani, which century would you like to go to?
17th century.
The 17th century. Ooh. All right. A bad workman blames his tools. A bad workman blames his tools. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Feta. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to all the Toastmasters and distinguished guests present here. So my table topic is a bad workman blames his tools. So one of them, everyone makes mistakes, and the important thing is accepting them, is accepting the mistakes you've done and learning from it. So a bad workman would not take responsibility for whatever he has constructed or done. Instead, he would blame it on his tools. We must always take responsibility for our actions, or we would never grow and we would never learn from our mistakes. And blaming things is of no use. Unless we take responsibility, there is no point in us doing it. And everybody makes mistakes, so we should just accept it and move on. And blaming people would not do any help. And you must be courageous in order to learn from your mistakes and understand that it's all right, but I must move on, and next time I will not commit the same mistake. Instead, I would be better and improve myself. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Well spoken, well said. Really very inspiring what you just said. I really appreciate your answer. It's really great. Thank you so much. Now, let me move to Toastmaster Naga. N-A-G-A, Toastmaster Naga.
Hello.
All right. Hello there. Hello, hello. Okay, Toastmaster Naga. What century would you like to go to?
May I choose the 17th century?
You choose the 17th century. There's a lot of wisdom during those days. Now, there's a saying those days is, and by the way, yao, it's not like what I thought it's yao, hey, yao, the American way of saying yao. I've just saw it on the chat. It means steering sideways, something like this. So first time I hear this word, by the way. Okay, here's your question. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, for that question. A very pleasant good evening, everyone, to all the Toastmasters and lovely guests. Easy come and easy go. I can't agree more with this statement. I totally see eye to eye with that, because we people, so many of us might get so many things very easily without putting any hard work, any determination, maybe from our parents, be it a lot of wealth or anything, we might just get easily, because for some people life is all about a bed of full of roses. But when it comes easily, you never know value of it, because you never did any hard work, or you never have kept any efforts to get that. So obviously, the more easily, the more quickly you get, the fast it will go away from your hands. Every single person have to put so much effort to gain the success. For example, if I was so bad at public speaking and particularly at imprompt, but every single day I put effort, I get out of my comfort zone to learn something new. Probably that makes me give so many experiences and learnings, particularly in this global imprompt speaking. I do take a step and learn so many things. That's why I gain immense knowledge. Although I might fail, I get a lot of learnings and takeaways back to me. So I totally agree with that given statement. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you for that eloquent answer. It's a great answer, and I agree with you. Anything which comes easy, it goes right away like this. Okay, now let me move on to Toastmaster Rambir, L-I-M-B-I-R, correct? Is that correct, Rambir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Rambir. What century, Rambir, would you like to go to? Come on.
18.
All right, go to the 18th century. Let's see what the wise people said. Oh, Well, something which you also hear it now, but it goes back to the 18th century. Waste not, want not. Waste not, want not. Over to you.
So could you repeat?
Waste not, want not. Waste not, want not. Over to you.
Want not. Waste not, want not.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Feta, for the very nice topic. Waste not, want not. Don't waste anything you get in life, may it be water, may it be food, or anything. Because some of us, in fact, all of us get things we don't want. It's we take it for granted. And then when we waste it, we might not get it back again because you're disrespecting something. So I agree with the topic that if you don't waste anything, even if you want it or not, because there may be a time in the future where you will want that thing and you may not get it. For example, water or food. Many of us just waste it and we take it for granted. And in the future, when we really need it, when we are in hunger, we may not get it because we wasted it. And we should not waste anything. So it's a gift of God, food, water, and in fact, everything is a gift. The present is a gift. So don't waste it. Don't waste anything, neither the time, neither this life, because you must enjoy it to the fullest. So what you want, do that right now. It's not that I want to become a doctor. So start the preparation now. If you want to go to Dubai Mall, let's say, now you can't go because of the lockdown, but if it was back in 2019, you could say, let's go now. Why not later? Why later? So don't waste any moment. What you want to do it now. And even if you can't go to Dubai Mall now, you still can, but virtually. Over to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I go to the mall after a minute because here the malls know that they're open, and I'll make sure I'll waste not. Now, I didn't realize that because I took you on priorities. There's next to you Toastmaster Joyty. Joyty, is that correct? Would you like to speak?
Yes, sir. It's Toastmaster
All right,
Joyty.
because I picked up only one name, I didn't pay attention to the other name. Okay, Toastmaster Joyty. Would you like to stay on the 18th century or like to move back?
No, I would like to be with my son only.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, this is saying, even we say it nowadays, particularly in management, I believe so much in that, and this is one of my secrets of success. Give credit where credit is due. Give credit where credit is due. Over to you.
Give credit where credit is due.
Yes.
Okay, so I got it correct. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. My topic for today is give credit to where credit is due. Now, giving credit, taking credit is very easy for anything. That any Tom, Dick, Harry can do. But giving credit, you need a lot of courage and a big heart to do that. And I'm proud to be a part of this family where I feel that everyone has this in abundance. It's not only they have it, they preserve it, but they also exercise it. And while exercising it, they are growing it. They are growing day to day in leaps and bounds over it. And I think what more I can ask in a lifetime, that people who are encouraging and helping each other growing, because I think after so many lifetimes we get this body as human beings, and I think and human beings are the most intelligent species of animals which are there. They are eager to gain some knowledge, and I think they are only capable of gaining knowledge, and this is only possible when this kind of environment can be developed. And this can only happen if we all try to exercise the credit-giving quality to each other. And I think the world is going to be a beautiful place if we try to put this in our nerves, if this starts running in the blood of everyone, because it runs in the blood of Toastmasters. And I think if the world has this by any means, it's going to be a beautiful place, and we are going to leave a beautiful legacy for our next generations coming up. And we would leave with so much of glee and with so much of happiness. Over to you, to Table Topic Master. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the very excellent answer. And I love the word glee there, as I was watching Glee on Netflix recently, and I love that episode. Thank you very much indeed. All right, I'll move on to Toastmaster Savita. Savita?
Yes, please, DTM.
All right, all right. What century would you like to serve? Which one?
16th one?
Yeah, the 16th one is a great century. Okay, and this is what it says those days. As you bake, so shall you brew. As you bake, so shall you brew.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DTM Fatah. As you bake, so shall you grow. Absolutely. It is like same as you sow, so shall you reap, isn't it? As you bake, so shall you grow. So how growth can be taken in any way. For growth to happen, you have to put effort. Effort at each level, at each step, at each age. Whatever skill you want to learn or whatever education you want to go into or want to succeed, whatever, you have to put effort. You have to do learning. You have to do practice. You have to gain extra skills to become proficient in that. Sometimes the moments comes like you oscillate in your life due to difficult situations, due to difficult time. Anytime, anything can happen. But courageous people, people with determination, people with having the mindset that to succeed, they don't waver. They keep on doing their hard work. They keep focus on what they want, and they continue the journey, and they get to what they want. Thank you so much. Over to you, DTM Fatah.
Thank you so much indeed for that wonderful answer. It's really great. I appreciate it. And now I move on to Toastmaster Zainab, who's sitting over there. Toastmaster Zainab, what
Well,
century?
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What century would you like to take the ship to?
Okay, so my mom has already taken up the sweet 16, so I would like to go with 17, the number of dancing queen.
Absolutely, yes, it's a great one. All right. Particularly during this social media and everybody's busy with his phones. Now, this is what they used to say those days. The company makes the feast. The company makes the feast. Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much for such an intriguing topic. First of all, good evening to all the Toastmasters and all the guests. So the company makes the feast. The company here obviously refers to the people you're around, like the friends or the family. And the feast is the success that you acquire in your life. And I strongly believe in that because it's always the people that you're surrounded with. They have a great effect on you and in your journey throughout life. Because if you are continuously surrounded with negative people or people who think you're an underachiever, even if you could do something, you would never think highly of you and you would never think that you could achieve a milestone, that you might be able to do it if somebody might have just steered you in the right direction or given you honest advice. So I strongly believe that it's the people who I would not appreciate someone just boosting me for the sake of boosting me, but a lot of times you need people who could actually give you positive feedback. Like right now, I'm in the company of all these amazing speakers and people who speak so profoundly. And I always appreciate even the little feedback that I give. I cannot give so much in return because I still feel like a midget in front of all the big words that people have said. But that is very true that every little feedback does help. I remember once someone mentioned during one of the meetings that you don't have to have a single mentor. You can learn everything from everyone around you, even if it's something small or something big, regardless of it. And I do believe in that the people who surround you are the people who help you grow and learn and give you a specific grid to grow and learn. Because me being a plant enthusiast, when we are growing plants, we need to give them a certain direction. Plants could turn into a rancid bush, and then you have to trim the edges and mold it a way that you would want it to grow. So yes, I do believe that the company does make the feast, and that's it. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And well said about actually learning from mentoring and whatever. And that's why I'm a member of 11 clubs and I've got about 8 mentees. And I selected my mentees from the millennial generation. And trust me, I'm learning from them more than learning from me. Thank you very much indeed. Now I'll move on. I'm going, by the way, according to the priorities as I took the name. Now, I was going to move on to somebody else, but since Toastmaster Amjad has actually shown his face, I'm going to catch him. First, I was looking at the picture, and now since I'm looking at you, and since you've been one of the first ones in, and I'm not breaking the rule there, so what century would you like to go to, Toastmaster Amjad?
Any of your choice, sir. Any of your choice.
All right, all right. You know, I like this one, okay? And that is from the 17th century. And it says, experience is the father of wisdom. Experience is the father of wisdom. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master DTM Feta. You know what does Feta mean? It's victory. In Urdu, Feta is victory. Beautiful name. And the topic you have given me is experience is father of wisdom. I completely agree with the statement. I was intelligent when I did not go to school. And I was more intelligent when I went to school and I did not experience life the way you all have experienced. And today, I have experienced life and I feel I know nothing. That's the reason I'm right in front of you. As a kid, as a student of life, I want to learn every bit from you, from my life experience, from my failures, rather. Ladies and gentlemen, this is true statement. As quick as we believe in this statement, as quick as we become wise, are good human beings, are society contributors. This is my perception of it. I know that I'm not matching my experience with you. You are different in experience, different in lifestyle, different in your resources. But this statement remains same in everyone's life. Experience is the mother, teacher, mentor, or everything of wisdom. If you want to become wise, please experience, please travel, please interact with people, please speak, please fail, please win sometime and hold yourself on ground. This is called experience that makes you become wise. I'm on my journey. I don't know whether I would be able to achieve in my life or not, but why not trying it? Over to you, DTM Feta.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I just heard a humble person who reminds me of a quote by Socrates, and who says, I think it was, the only true wisdom is knowing that you know nothing. And that's the only truth, because life is a continuous process of learning. And this is what you just heard, and this is what you just experienced, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed for that awesome speech. And now I'll move on to Toastmaster Karan, K-A-R-I-N. Karan, there you are, there you are, there you are, Karan. Aha. All right, now let me see what century would you like to go to, huh?
18.
18th century. Everybody's going as close as possible to our century. And there it says, first impressions are the most lasting. First impressions are the most lasting. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Fateh, for giving such an amazing topic. First impression are the most elastic. Yes, I agree with this. First impression is the last impression. But it's not always the first time. You need some time to understand some people. Sometimes, if you see the photographs of some people, some are dressed well, and you create a judgment about them. Well, I feel it's not the right. Once we meet them, interact with them, and after some time, you will come to know more about them. In starting, I was also used to do like this. Whenever I used to go out for meetings, in my mind, suddenly some judgment I used to create. But over a period of time, I did this on myself. I realized it on myself. Then I said it's not the right thing. Even though they say that appearance means nothing, but the hard work means everything. So you should know, after some point of time, you will realize there are many people who will come and talk, and they are just coming and talking, but they are not ready to do anything. Then I realized I need to give some time, and after that you will only come to know what is right for you and what is not. And yes, I agree with this. Thank you. Over to you, DTM Fateh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karan. And the first time I saw you, the first impression you made of me is going to last with me, and I will never forget you. Thank you very much indeed. Now, I'll move on to, as I said, I'm going according to the order of names. Najla, Toastmaster Najla? Najla?
Yes, DTM, yes.
Ah, there you are, there you are. All right, what country would you like to go to?
Can I go
15?
to 17?
17.
You want me to 15? Okay.
No, that's fine, that's fine. It's okay. There are 2 questions left in the 17th century. It's your right.
Okay.
This one statement, I really hate it. I really hate it personally.
Make it easy.
But here, that's you. And it goes, divide and rule. Divide and rule. Oh, over to you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster, Table Topic Master. My topic, divide and rule. I always believe that I am strong enough to rule. And I was about to make that true until I find out that life is not about ruling things and dividing against things to rule out just to take up the role. So dividing the rule is not the experience. It's not wise enough in this life. You have to understand and reach to the point in your limit and experience in life to really divide and rule the space you are in. So I can say, I'm not there yet, but yes, I'm ruling so many things. I'm ruling my family, that is one. I'm ruling my office, that is another thing. I'm ruling my patients, that is the most important thing. And I'm ruling, of course, my physicians who's working with me. Thank you so much, Dr. Farida, don't hate me. And I'm ruling also myself. That's the most ever important thing. If you are ruling myself, means I'm really reaching to that point in some time. So in that way, I guess it's not only dividing or devoting just to rule, it's learning to devote to rule. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. And that's what the British used to divide and rule. Anyway, let's not talk about politics. All right, now. No, not you. Stay out of this. Stay out of this, okay? Come on, guys. I mean, anyway, sorry about that. From time to time, he jumps on me. Anyway, Binal, B-I-N-A-L, Binal. Yes, Toastmaster Binal. Am I correct? B-I-N-A-L, Binal. No?
Sorry.
Ah, there you are. Ah, you've been hiding, huh? All right, Binal. Look, in the 17th century, there's only one question left, but it's up to you. Take 15, 16, 17, 18.
15th?
The 15th century. All right, this is what it says. And this is also expression which we say nowadays too, but it goes back to the 15th century. Do unto others as you would, they should, as you would do unto you. Sorry. Do unto others as you would unto you. It's the English.
Sorry, I couldn't understand.
Okay, do to others as you wish to be done to you. Let's put it that way. Okay, in our present English. Do to others as you wish to be done to you.
first of all, delightful good evening to all fellow Toastmasters and guests over here. Like it's what I understand is like do others as. Could you please repeat?
Do to others the way you want things to be done to you.
Do to others the way
You want things to be done to you.
you want. Okay, it's like a give and take, right? Okay. Okay, do the things which the way you want others to do. Yeah, it's like if you want someone to like if you want to have respect, you have to give respect to others. And even you can how you react to them, they will in turn will react to you. So be a humble, nice person, so that others will get back being polite to you, or being humble to you. So it will be like it will nurture the good relation, or it will be more happily happily surrounding or environment. So in the end, like it should be all great. It should be like give that's it. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. You spoke on the topic. You had more time, but it's great. It's okay. You spoke on the topic, which is really, you explained it. Treat others the way you want to be treated yourself. You explained it quite well. Thank you very much indeed. Now let me move.
Can I interrupt?
Let me move on.
Can I interrupt? Sorry.
Yes, of course.
We are done with our time. Can I request everyone to show your thumbs up if we can take 10 more minutes to entertain our people who came to join. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Over to DTM Feta again.
Thank you. I've got at least I've got 5 people who actually were on the screen at the beginning. I will go on to Toastmaster, if I'm not wrong, Anagha, A-N-G, Anagha. Yeah, there you are. All right, Toastmaster Anagha, what would you like to go to?
15th century.
Yeah, I like the 15th century. It's a nice one. Wow, look! I mean, they must have a lot of dogs those days in the 15th century. My goodness. While 2 dogs are fighting for a bone, the third one runs away with it. While 2 dogs are fighting for a bone, the third way runs away with it. Over to you.
Thank you for this amazing topic, table topic master. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. We always have the right opportunity at times to do the right thing and work together with others. But it always culminates into fight if we yaw from our perspective. So I really believe that teamwork is important. So if you have partnered with someone in doing something good or to complete a work, you have to follow through with it and make sure that you work with them in order to succeed. But in case you don't do that, someone else will take the opportunity and take away your credit or take away your idea or something you've been planning, and you will not be left with much tranquility that you have completed the work. So it's really important that we work together in order to succeed and not let anyone else take away that opportunity given to us. Thank you, and over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much. Well said, well explained, through wisdom. I don't want to lose time. Toastmaster Binal. Toastmaster Binal. Binal. B-I-N-A-L. Toastmaster Binal.
You just asked her.
She's done.
She's done.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Toastmaster Rajmatam.
Yes, DTM Fateh, I'm here.
There you are. What century would you like to go to?
So anything as you wish.
All right. Okay. Listen to this. You courageous guy. 16th century. It says, a barking dog never bites. A barking dog never bites. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. What a wonderful topic. So it's similar to what we can say, empty vessels make more noise. It's the controversial of that. Barking dogs don't bite. Yeah, I think we can feel much safer in this regard, actually. But the way they bark is really scary. Let me come back to my human life. Oh my God, this is nice. It's an amazing topic. I'm like thoughtless. Okay. Okay, now coming. Okay, if you have a person in your life who keeps continuously talking and continuously chattering, or at least we can feel the essence of that person in life, that he gives that importance of, you know, barking, you can say, or, you know, messaging, or there's a purpose in life. There was a purpose or an intention, a good intention. Identifying that intention of a person who is actually messaging or, you know, talking is actually, I feel, giving that importance to that person, as I can say that anyway, it's not going to have harm us anyway in our life. So taking the positive in our lives is what I feel, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, I can say. So overall, okay, I agree to the topic, no choice. Barking dog, barking, what was that? Barking dogs never bite. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you should see the dogs here in USA. They don't bark, they don't bite. They're the kings, trust me. Okay. Toastmaster Parag, I know you sent me a message. I put your name, obviously, at the end. So Toastmaster Parag, what century would you like to go to?
Yeah, any century, 17th.
17th, there's only one question left. Okay, that's up to you. I'll give you the 17th, and the question goes, circumstances alter cases. Circumstances alter cases. Over to you.
Hold the consensus, hold the...
No, circumstances, events, circumstances alter, change cases.
Alter, change the cases.
Yeah, change cases, alter cases. Depends on the circumstances.
Okay, so very good topics. So greetings to all. And like as we are doing a public meeting, kind of, suppose if it is going to be a debating topic, and we are basically trying to reach something on concluding or trying to conclude something, there may be a different opinion of different personnels. What if you come, we decided that this is going to be the meeting's conclusion? It might not be the case that you want. If you are trying to get everybody's opinion, I think we should respect every single or minute thought, and let's give attention to that what it is going to affect ultimately in it. And yeah, definitely the important point can be that whether it is a fruitful or not, that would be basically the ideal constructive discussion. And on the majority, if everybody is interested in diverting the route towards that thought, why not? Let's make it a practice, make it a practicable, which give basically beneficial to benefit to others, and that thoughts could be basically ultimate to that. And definitely it cannot be forever, because the change is always good for the society and for things. What we think might not be true for others, and the other generation or the other meetings might change it based on their requirements, but that is the consensus might not be the ideal, and it can change the case whenever it can be. So that's my take. And it has become, if we can correlate with our all internal story, we might definitely find certain examples from the real life when the always take the conclusion, take confidence from all members and do the final judgment. Thanks. Over to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So what's the situation, Tosmas Amjad? Can we take another one, or are we time-wise?
Your topic is, DTM Feta, your topic is, do you have somebody in your list, by the way?
No, do you want me to take one more, or is that enough, or I don't know?
Do you have topics, and we can take one or two more maximum?
Yes, yes, of course, I'll take two more. I think the next one on the list is Tanaji, Toastmaster Tanaji Omer. I don't see your picture.
Oh, good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I like the color red which you're wearing. It's a nice color, actually. Color red is my favorite.
Thank you.
All right. What century, I'm just imagining because I'm only seeing your name. What century would you like to go to?
I will go to the 15th century.
Yeah, the 15th century is a great century. Okay, it's a great century. Also there's only one question left too. Do right and fear no man. Do right and fear no man. Over to you.
Okay. Toastmaster or DTM Feta fellow Toastmaster, most welcome guests. Well, I totally agree with that statement to some extent, to be honest with you, because honestly, whenever we are doing the right thing, we know that we are true to ourselves, and therefore we don't really need to fear anything in this world. We don't really need to fear the fact that our conscience will be hunting us and asking us, why have you done that? But then on the other hand, when we do the right thing in a world that always is doing the wrong thing, you keep asking yourself, am I really doing the right approach? Am I really following the right approach? Shouldn't I be like everybody else? And to be honest with you, this battle is a true battle, a daily battle for everybody who has went through, because it's a battle that really tests your true self. Are you going to stick with your beliefs and what you have learned and what you believe should be the essence of this world? Or will you allow some certain people or circumstances to pursue, to let's say, divert or yaud your way to another direction that you do not really believe in? And after, let's say, reading a lot of books, seeing a lot of situation, what I believe is the moment you allow life to tell you that you are supposed to do this against your own wish, you are losing. Because mainly you are losing yourself. And if you lost yourself, no matter what you win in this world, it will never, ever, ever satisfy you. So no matter what, no matter how life challenges you, no matter how life eludes you sometimes in certain situations, if you do not believe in what you are doing, if you do not have the passion toward it, even if it takes time, even if you do not find the result right now, always wait, because whenever your goal is greater, that wait will be a great win at the end. Wait and win better than taking a direction that will take you in places that you never loved or you will never find yourself in. Be yourself. Back to you, DTM Feta.
I think it's awesome. Your English is great. Elude, I mean, you use it all. It's your. This is the best way to conclude, ladies and gentlemen, before I give the stage to Tosmas Amjad. Thank you very much for participation, and I really learned a lot from what you just said today, most of you.
Thank you so
very
much, DTM Feta. Your topic is? Why don't you live? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Why don't you live double if you cannot have second life? Why don't you live double if you cannot have second life? Over to you.
Why don't you live double if you cannot have a second life? You know, I usually think about that quite a lot, being at the age of 67, but young at heart, as they say. All right. Now, it depends how do you want to interpret live double. I mean, do you live double standards, or do you actually try to maximize, you know, as long as you're doing, you try to do everything? Let me tell you one thing. Today, I'm so happy, first of all, to discover something that I have not known, and I only knew it today at the age of 67, and that is I am a tree in Urdu. All right. Okay, I am a tree. All right, and trust me, tree live long time. No, I think we should live our life. I think we should really focus not on the quantity, in my opinion. We should focus on the quality rather than on the quantity, and that's what I always something believe in. So I live the span of life which been given to me in a single way, if obviously adhering to my principles, adhering to my values. Okay, so I don't have to double think if that is taken in that particular sense, or if it's taken in the sense of, you know, live double, I mean, try to make use of it as long as you live. And no, I would like to take it easy. I would like to take it one at a time. I believe in destiny, and I believe in also working hard, because a good view comes after a hard climb. Okay, and I believe in quality. And at the moment, I'm enjoying quality. I've got 2 kids. They're all graduated, living in Australia and America. I've got grandkids. And at the moment, it's time for me to give, not to take. It's time for me to pass on the torch to others. It's time for me to help others where I've been helped. And what's the beauty of it is, while you're doing that, you're still learning and you're still picking up. So maybe in that sense, you're living trouble, not double. Okay, by actually still continue to learn. Thank you very much for that particular question. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Fatah, for conducting this brilliant show as well as handling this topic. Really appreciate it. Can we all give him a big hand as he conducted this show, 41st one, brilliantly, and with broad smile, laughter, energy, love, friendship. Love that, love that. Now, can we go to our Madam Timer to educate us with timing report, please, Toastmaster.
Good evening, everybody. Everyone spoke within the time limit, that is between 1 to 2 minutes, except Toastmaster Abdul, who he just took 10 seconds extra. Rest all spoke within the time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we all give Toastmaster Anupama a big hand for handling this timing mechanism? Really appreciate it, because it takes a lot of attention. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anupama. Really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, see, sorry for taking more time, but the purpose, end of the day, is entertaining more people, giving more people a chance to speak and empower them. Nothing more than that. Otherwise, we can adjourn our meeting at 9 o'clock. It's just a matter of respecting people who have joined. So they are on stage and they have spoken on given topic. It's one ladder up, one step up. This is how we learn from our life. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, Pav Asrami, as a host of this very meeting, I adjourn the meeting. Now over to each one of you to enjoy the meeting for a few minutes.